Welcome to Mediclinic. In this video, we are going to know about adrenal gland physiology. See, the adrenal gland physiology, we already know the basics of that. In this video, we are going to discuss about zona reticularis. Zona reticularis. Just look at the adrenal gland. This is the adrenal gland. It is divided into two parts, where center part is called as medulla. Center part is called as medulla, and outer part is called as cortex. Outer part is called as cortex. Again, the cortex is divided into three layers. First layer is zona glomerulosa, and second is zona fasciculata, and third layer is zona reticularis. This is zona reticularis. This is the third layer. So in this video, we are going to start with this zona reticularis. We will take one cell of zona reticularis and we will enlarge the cell. We take one cell of this zona reticularis and we will enlarge the cell here. So before starting here, the zona reticularis will be responsible for the synthesis of the sex hormones. Will be responsible for the synthesis of sex hormones. We will discuss this later. As the adrenal gland is controlled by the master, that is pituitary gland present in the brain. This is pituitary gland and this is hypothalamus. Hypothalamus and this is pituitary gland. Hypothalamus will secrete something known as corticotropin releasing hormone. Hypothalamus will be secreting corticotropin releasing hormone. This corticotropin releasing hormone comes into the anterior pituitary, and stimulate the secretion of ACTH. What is ACTH? ACTH is adrenocorticotropic hormone. Means what? Adrenocorticotropic hormone. It comes to the adrenal cortex and stimulate that to release the certain hormones here. For that purpose, it is called adrenocorticotropic releasing hormone. Adrenocorticotropic releasing hormone. Right. It comes here and acts on the adrenal cortex. Now it acts on all the three layers: zona fasciculata, zona glomerulosa, and zona reticularis. As here we are discussing the zona reticularis, we are only zooming the cell, one cell of zona reticularis. Now this ACTH, what I told, it comes and acts on the cell of zona reticularis. As a surface receptor, it binds to the surface receptor, leads to the stimulation of G stimulatory protein. This G stimulatory protein in turn activates surface protein known as adenyl cyclase. Adenyl cyclase, the surface enzyme, adenyl cyclase, that converts the ATP into cyclic AMP. Cyclic AMP acts as a second messenger, and that ultimately leads to the production of protein kinase inside the cell. This is what the ACTH will do. ACTH will leads to stimulation. It leads to the G stimulatory protein production, adenyl cyclase, ATP converted into cyclic AMP. The cyclic AMP leads to the production of protein kinase A. Before going this, the cortical hormones, whatever the zona glomerulosa to zona reticularis, are called as steroid hormones. What are steroid hormones? Steroid hormones, they are produced from the cholesterol. They are produced from the cholesterol. For that purpose, cholesterol is called as the father of these steroid hormones. So basically, cholesterol is there. From the cholesterol, there is a synthesis of pregnenolone. There is a synthesis of pregnenolone. From the pregnenolone, there is a synthesis of 7-hydroxypregnenolone. 7-hydroxypregnenolone. From 7-hydroxypregnenolone, there is a synthesis of DHEA. What is DHEA? DHEA is dihydroxyepiandrosterone. Right here, hydroxyepiandrosterone. Dihydroxyepiandrosterone. This is one. Second one in the side way, pregnenolone is converted into progesterone. Progesterone is converted into 17-hydroxyprogesterone. Progesterone is converted into 17-hydroxyprogesterone. That is converted into aldo. That is converted into androsterone dione. Androsterone dione, that is ultimately leads to the synthesis of androsterone dione. Two steps will take place. What things? Cholesterol as a precursor. There is synthesis of pregnenolone. From the pregnenolone, 17-hydroxypregnenolone, and there is a synthesis of DHEA. What is that? Dihydroxyepiandrosterone. This is a one step. Second, there is a bifurcation from the pregnenolone, from that progesterone, from the progesterone 17-hydroxyprogesterone, from that androsterone dione synthesis will take place. Then what is the link between these two? This protein kinase A will be stimulating all the steps to synthesize DHEA and androsterone dione. DHEA and androsterone dione. In the presence of this protein kinase A, this will be a very much faster one, and it also enhances the ester cholesterol into free cholesterol. Ester cholesterol is converted into free cholesterol, so that it is getting used into these two productions. This is the major stimulus, that is ACTH induced production of DHEA and androsterone dione. For that purpose, ACTH is important one to getting a synthesis of these two. They are called as sex hormones. What they will do next we will discuss later. So this much is ACTH induced synthesis of dihydroxyepiandrosterone and androsterone dione. These two will enter into the blood, and this dihydroxyepiandrosterone will goes to the testis, and this goes to the ovary. Testis in males and the ovaries, and there is a production of testosterone here, and here there is a production of estrogen. Testosterone and estrogen in the ovary. Ultimately, adrenal gland is taking major place in the production of testosterone and estrogen. For that purpose, these are called as androgens synthesis. Androgen synthesis. So zona reticularis is mainly concerned with androgen synthesis. What the testosterone will do? Testosterone will do, and what is the estrogen will do? Testosterone is important in the appearance of secondary sexual characters in the males. Example, appearance of the hairs in the face, and here's in the pubic area, and here's in the axillary area. Axillary area, pubic area, and facial area. Appearance of the hairs is because of the testosterone. And secondary sexual characters, example in case of puberty, whatever the boy behaves like, the voice changes and the body structure changes, like muscles growth, everything is because of testosterone. That is puberty growth, physical growth of in the puberty, that's testosterone, right? And start appearance of the libido, sexual drive, what is called as libido, is because of testosterone. In case of estrogen, is again the appearance of the hairs in axilla and pubic region, and pubic and axillary region. And secondary sexual characters like development of the breast, development of the genital organs, and changes in the body shape where the fat distributions, and changes in the voice, changes in the behavior, everything is because of the estrogen. That's what you call as puberty changes. And here also libido is because of estrogens. This is overall the zona reticularis synthesis and its action on the body. Okay, thank you.